Well, hello, my beautiful Capricorn. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with a little bonus reading all about you. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about to pretend to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings and I will never reach out to you personally to offer one. Also, I will never ask you for money, e-gifts, or donations. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful. There's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Capricorn, this is a little bonus reading all about you. Us tarot readers, we tend to read about money, career, love, but we never really ask, how are you doing? So this reading is going to address that. As you can see, I'm only using one deck because I love the simplicity it lends to this particular reading. Also, I cannot control the cards that pop out, so I have to honor each card as it comes, so it may not resonate with everyone. Please never try to make it fit if it doesn't resonate with you, but also please be mindful that if it doesn't resonate right now, in the next coming weeks or months, it could be something that starts to resonate. So let us begin. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Capricorn? What do they need to know? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to be aware of at this time? Can you please show them the way? Now, the deck, I think they want that one. The deck is getting really complicated. Now, when that happens, it tells me that you're definitely dealing with something that perhaps is a little bit difficult. So you've got the 2 of Wands. We've got the Knight of Cups. Well, the first thing that has come in the energy field, because I'm scrying at the same time as doing your reading, is you're tired of waiting for things that never seem to come, or you're tired of waiting for things to get better. And you're always having to sort of like jump into the hot seat and make things happen in your life. And you're like, does it get any easier? Is this it? What else is out there? I just feel like you're just tired of waiting. And I feel like a lot of you have been put on pause recently, even though you've been busy, because the 2 of Wands can indicate that you have been, extending your energy in different directions. I feel, there's a restlessness there, that you have been basically showing up in your life, doing a lot, investing in yourself for sure with that 8 of Pentacles, but I feel like you've been multitasking and just been really busy, and yet there's a restlessness. It may also feel that some of you are looking at your expectations at this time, because sometimes we can put a lot on our own shoulders, right? We can expect a lot from ourselves, and that's good in some way because it pushes you to basically focus on your own needs and, basically show up for yourself. But also at the same time, it can almost like knock away our confidence, because sometimes we may feel that our expectations are not met. So I feel a lot of you, I feel you put a lot of stuff on your shoulders, and it's almost like if you were someone who writes a list, for example, rather than putting 10 things on your list that can be really overwhelming, it's really about putting like 3 major things on your list, accomplishing them, and then having space to accomplish more, and then feeling like you got a lot done, rather than going, okay, I had 10 things on my list, and you may have accomplished like 8 of those things on your list, but still you feel like you haven't done enough, or you didn't do the extra 2 things on your list, and you feel a little bit disappointed in yourself in some way. I hope that makes sense, because that's something that is coming up heavily in this reading to start with. Now, of course, there's more to it than that, and we will get to this in a moment. But if I'm looking at your whole picture of your energy, I feel you're dealing with disappointment somewhere. I feel this could be, for some of you, in love, but this reading's not really about love. It could be like people. who disappoint, you know, promise the world, deliver nothing. It could also be that you're managing your expectations of what people are capable of because you tend to hold true to your word. So you may be someone who is showing up for others, and you know, you always feel that they don't quite do the same for you in some way. So you're kind of looking at that right now. I feel like you're in a very deep period of personal development and growth. And I feel this planning stages happening with you right now. Planning to get out there, lead with your passions, do something that you've been curious about doing for quite some time. Now, this may be a new project. Maybe you're the project and you are changing aspects of self, not because they need to be changed at all. You're perfect the way that you are. But what I see here is you looking at getting more from life, or trying to find that missing ingredient, something that perhaps is the holy grail that would make you happy. But I also see that in your personal development, you have realized that happiness, true happiness, it comes from within. And I feel like you're trying to create a little bit more excitement, a little bit more passion, a little bit more spontaneity in your life. You know, you really are a magnet. I feel this like powerful energy coming from you, but I feel it's taking you a long time to feel confident within yourself, exert healthy boundaries around yourself at the same time, but also exert this sense of independence. So I feel like you're the sort of person who breaks away from groupthink. You know, you have your own set of morals, ideas, integrity, and you live your truth. Okay, you're someone who lives your truth. And I feel sometimes it's really hard to find people who are like you, who live their truth and do not compromise their integrity or their morals when things get difficult or when challenges arise. So I feel like right now, some of you are searching for your soul tribe, because the Queen of Wands is a very sociable person, and it feels this collaboration energy is coming through. So some of you, I feel, you're yearning to have really deep conversations with people who are on the same wavelength as you right now. And because you have that 8 of Pentacles, and 8 is the number of the self. So this tends to tell me that you're learning a lot about yourself, but you're also learning about evolving relationships, friendships, and things are just falling away. Okay, and what else am I getting here as well? Page of Swords, I feel like you're opening yourself up to curiosity. It's like there is either a missing ingredient or there's more to life right now, and you're in search of it. And I really get this plan that you have right now. Your plan is going to work, whatever this plan is what I see. It's something you're passionate about. I feel a portal of change is opening up for you to step through, where you're going where you truly feel happy, where your heart feels joy, and that path is being made clear for you, and it's like you're living life on your own terms, independent living, and you're not conforming. And I feel like you're living your truth, and you have, how can I put that? It's like you're forging a direction or a path. It's being made clear for you, but also I feel something that you haven't experienced before is something you're yearning for. Okay, the newness of people, places, you know, experiences. And I just get this sense that, you know, you're also trying to create stability in your life. That's a given. But I also get this energy of you thinking about your future, creating the life that you want so that you can like have this like exciting future. So for some of you, it could be that you're thinking about retiring early, right? Rather than be working your whole life and then retiring, like trying to retire early. And for those of you who have worked your whole life and have now retired, you're trying to find the excitement, exploring your belief system, opening yourself up to your life's purpose, really delving into who you are, how you've been so capable and strong in situations. You've come through a lot, really honoring yourself and celebrating yourself at the same time. So there's a lot going on here. So let's get to each individual card to sort of unpick what's going on here. But also I feel there's something here that a lot of you have been noticing in your life is not working. And I feel like you're not giving up on it, but I feel like you may change your approach on it. And but you may actually need to distance yourself from it for a while to really just analyze it. So you almost like zoom out okay? Because sometimes when we're in the mix of something, we get so caught up on it, we cannot see the wood for the trees. And I feel there's something here you've been dealing with where you're zooming out. You may even like place it over there for a while and be like, you know what, I'm not going to approach it. I'm just going to leave it right there, and I'm just going to get busy living. And then I'm just going to look at it from time to time and go, it's still over there. I'm not willing to get too close to it right now. I just need to think about it, analyze it, reflect on it, and see how I feel about it. And then there's going to be a moment where you're like, right, I'm ready. And then you just pick it up and like, okay, I need to see it. I've decided what I'm going to do. And then you take the next step, whatever the next step is for you. But I just get this sense of zooming out right now to find a solution to something that perhaps you feel has been difficult or not working for you. You will find the clarity that you seek. Okay, so let's get to each card individually. We've got the Two of Wands. Now, the Two of Wands can indicate there's some sort of pause. Okay, it's a waiting. And as I said, I feel this energy of you fed up of waiting for things that never happen or don't happen on the time frame that you're hoping for. I feel like you've been very patient, but I also feel it's like all the goodness, the prosperity, all the, effort you've been putting in, the results, where are they? It's almost like they're always on the horizon. They're always like untouchable, unreachable. They're always that dangling carrot in the future. If you keep working towards it, you'll get it. But also I feel this is about you finding a sense of purpose in what you're doing. And then it'll become more about the purpose and the feeling you get from that. Because I feel like you're tapping into your life's mission, your North Node at this time. And I feel like you're in the planning stages of something that you're actually going to reach, that you're actually going to have physically in your hand. Okay, because we've got that Page of Pentacles right there, which indicates something that has been in your mind or is in the planning stages right now, because this is right now you formulating that plan. It will become your reality, whatever that is, okay? Now, also the Two of Wands is, it's a card of, you may be feeling frustrated with having to, well, I'm picking up like disappointment or something not working. There's a disappointment here that just feels really frustrating, and it will work itself out, okay? And actually, I feel there's two pieces of news that will come your way that helps you make a decision on whatever it is you feel like you've been waiting for. It's like now you're taking action, but I feel right now you've been in a period of pause in order to get clear on your next step, but also to know yourself a little bit more. Because this Eight of Pentacles, it's been calling me the whole time in your reading. It's like, know thyself, know what you're capable of. And I feel like you're gaining knowledge in this period of pause. There's a period where you're developing, your plan, but also you are going through personal development. And sometimes that can feel like you're in a period of stillness, like nothing's happening, even though everything's happening, and you're, rushing around in life, trying to make life happen. But also there's this energy of you being in the same spot somehow. But you're going to see almost like, wow, they're showing me, it's very old school. Okay, what they're showing me, and by they I mean my guides, in the water at the moment, because I'm scrying at the same time as doing a reading, they're showing me like a DVD player or a video cassette player. I can't tell. It looks like DVD because it's thinner. But what I'm seeing here are the buttons. And it's like right now you feel like you're on pause, okay? But there is going to be a period in the not too distant future where there is a fast forward button. So it's being pressed. So I feel that you're going to be fast tracked to something that you've waited a long time for. Okay, whatever that means. So it feels like you have been on hold, or, there's this sense of you accomplishing quite a lot, and now you're on to the next thing, but you may feel the next thing is going to require a lot of time, a lot of effort, and I feel like, you're putting that investment in, whatever it is, and you're going to accomplish it. But there's going to be this moment very, very soon where you feel like you're going to be moving at a certain pace, which is actually quite slow, okay? You feel like you are in the slow and steady wins the race energy right now, which you are, but there's going to be this moment where suddenly fast forward is going to be pushed, and suddenly you're in the role that you wanted, or suddenly you're in the place that you were hoping to be, and you're like, wow, I wasn't expecting it to happen. You thought it was going to remain at a steady pace, but then suddenly it occurs, and then everything changes, and it's very exciting, whatever that is, okay? It's going to be different for everybody, but I'm being given that energy. But ultimately, right now, these two cards also indicate that you value your time and you don't like people making you wait is what I'm picking up on here, because the Eight of Pentacles, it kind of indicates with the Two of Wands, you would never make other people wait, especially if it's important, because you feel that if anyone makes you wait, it's almost like they don't value you or they don't value your time. And you're just looking at people and situations where you feel not valued or unseen or unappreciated in some way. And I feel like you're rearranging things where you put your own needs first, not in a selfish way, in a way where you value yourself and where you basically expect to have your needs met, which is very, very important, because of course we cannot give to others unless we are fulfilled within ourselves as well. You know, the cup of love or care or devotion or generosity of spirit, you know, kindness, it has to be full for ourselves first, because we need to feel replenished before we can actually offer someone else or help someone else who's in need. So I feel like you have honored that, and you have started to almost like promise yourself that you are going to pay attention to what your body, mind, and soul needs at this time, and you're going to make sure that you get it. So I feel like you're in a very healthy stage of your life right now. Now this could extend to relationships, friendships, diets, ways of living, lifestyle changes, because Eight of Pentacles tends to be a very healthy energy. I feel a lot of you are doing some repair work in your life as well, doing a lot of healing, especially if you've had a disappointment in love. I see here that some of you, you're taking time to open yourself up to new love, but there's going to be someone you're very curious about later on. This reading's not really about love, so even if you're in a relationship with a person, you may be sort of being very patient with them, even though you love them. We all have to be patient and compromise and acknowledge that it's a flexible dance between two people in life and finding yourselves in the flow, and it's hard. So I feel like, you know, you are honoring your own needs and retaining your independence in a relationship or in a friendship or in a circumstance, and I feel it's you getting the best of both worlds, both people or both parties or both situations getting the best out of the situation. Now, of course, you know, the Eight of Pentacles, I cannot ignore the fact that it is a pentacle. So this is about you working really hard for your money, and also, you know, learning more about your craft if you are still in a career. But if you're retired, for example, this is about you finding ways to invest in yourself, to go deeper and know yourself deeper. I feel like you're getting time now, whatever age you are. It's almost like you are taking a moment to take stock of who you are, what you want in life, getting to know yourself on so many different levels right now. And I feel like you're following your heart. You're at the planning stages. I mean, for some of you, this is to increase your finances, which I see you doing. You're going from an Eight of Pentacles to a Page of Pentacles. But also, I feel this is more about reigniting that lust for life, reconnecting to a part of yourself that you feel like you've lost touch with. Because this card is the Nine of Cups, which is to revitalize your spirits in life in general. You know, it's not just about a love card. It's about your hopes, your dreams, your goals. Water, whenever you get a cups, water is all about your emotions, about your dreams. It's about things that you visualize for your future, following your heart. But it's in the resistance position. So some of you may feel a little bit weary, a little bit like exhausted, a little bit of apathy. It's almost like you feel that no matter what you've been trying to do right now, you always have to either regroup or revamp or re-strategize, and it's just getting a little bit exhausting. You're like, when is it my turn to have a breakthrough? Well, I do see it's happening here, but the Seven of Swords indicates some of you may walk away from something first before you walk straight into something else. So I want to pull a card on that when I get to it. But the Knight of Cups, although it's in the resistance position, it will go into the upright. I do see some of you, you may have been dealing with a person who has very unrealistic expectations upon you. And I feel like you are freeing yourself up from anybody's expectations. You're living life on your own terms, independent living. You're not conforming to other people's needs. You're not a people pleaser. That's just not in your nature. But also, I feel like you are someone who is still loving and kind, but you can be direct at the same time. And some people cannot accept directness. And I feel, you know, that sounds very much like a they problem, of course, but I feel this energy of you sort of Of course, loving the people that you care about and having the people that are closest to you in your inner circle, but also being direct and honest to make sure that your own needs are met in these circumstances, so that you're not always like doing what they want to do, or, not basically honoring your own needs if there's something perhaps that you're not happy with. Of course, compromise is important, but I just get this sense of you kind of trying to find the balance between the two. Also, this is about you following your heart. And some of you, I mean, life gets in the way sometimes. And of course, we have a life's purpose, a life mission, and it's hard. So I feel like you're trying to also honor following your heart and not focusing on the material side of life, because of course, money is important. Material things are not important, but money is important. We need to pay the bills. Of course, like a material thing, like a house, is important as well to live in. We have to have somewhere to feel safe and secure with our family, friends, or with ourselves. So I feel those things, of course, are important. But I feel like you're looking at shedding things that are just not important to you at this time, and only focusing on the important moments. The people, places, experiences, as well as those things that are necessary to you living the life that you aspire to. But I also feel with this card that a lot of you are trying to reconnect to a part of yourself where there was more spontaneity, more fun, things were easier. And I feel this lament that some of you may have been going through. And I feel whatever it is you've been lamenting, you're going to see that there are better things to come here, better experiences, places, and faces. I feel like some of you, you're searching for your soul tribe, people that you vibe with, because as you spiritually evolve and you know yourself on a deeper level, you value yourself a lot more. You have more confidence in your decisions, and sometimes when you're evolving, other people around you may not be changing or evolving or maturing in the same way, and we feel somehow misaligned. So friendships, relationships, they start to change, evolve, fall away as well. And I feel like some of you are trying to deal with that right now and trying to find your soul tribe. I definitely see that you're going to be meeting new people that are kind of like resonating with you, have the same vibes as you, and there is a camaraderie there as well. So if you have been searching for new people, new places, I feel your passions, whatever it is you're passionate about, whether it's something sporty, whether it is something artistic, whether it's something that is, in terms of like festivals or events. I just want you to be aware, because some people may have seen this, but I'm not sure if it occurred on the camera or not. It was round about here, so you may not have seen it, but there was a very deep purple orb that occurred right here. Now I'm going to have to look back. I suspect it was on the other side of where the camera, sort of shows, so I can't prove it, of course, but it'd be wonderful to see if it showed up on the screen. And I just feel also there's someone in spirit that is going to make you aware of their presence, and that they're guiding you towards something that you've been working towards for quite some time, but they're going to give you almost like a reassurance. It's going to happen. Don't give up. And you're not the sort of person who would give up anyway, but I think things have been challenging for you. Things have been hard for you, and you've been trying to find your way, but it's not too far away, and you're being guided there. You're going to see, I'm not being given, well, actually I am now. I'm not really being given a specific kind of symbol. I think it's going to be something that's very relevant to you and the person in spirit that will remind you of them. But I am seeing a sunflower. So wherever you see sunflowers, know that there are brighter times ahead, and that there is a goal or a reward or a result that you've been hoping for that is going to be bestowed upon you shortly after that. So look out for the sunflower, okay? Also, incidentally, the Queen of Wands, normally, and it's not on this card, but normally a Queen of Wands, there is a sunflower on it. And sunflowers, they only follow the sun throughout the day, okay? So I feel this is more resonant with you only following your heart, or going where you feel truly happy and not really compromising in life anymore. I feel like, you're being direct about what it is that you want, and you've waited a long time to get whatever it is that you want. And now the path is being made clear, and I get this unstoppable energy about you as well. Now, the Knight of Cups, for some of you, this could be love, okay? You may feel disappointed with somebody, or you were separated from somebody and you're repairing, and you're just hoping that love will pass your path very, very soon, and it will. I feel like you're going to be talking to someone very, very soon if you're looking for love, okay? This reading's not really about love, but you are highly attractive. You're actually really magnetic. You have a wonderful personality where you draw people towards you, and I feel like you're tapping into that more now, and you're going to see a lot of people noticing you. So if you are looking for love, I just need to mention it because I see that male or female, not a gender-specific reading. I feel like there is a level of magnetism about you right now where you're drawing a lot of attention towards you. And for some of you, with that Eight of Pentacles, you may feel that you walk a lonely path, that people don't see you or appreciate you. But actually with that Queen of Wands, I feel this is about you stepping into the spotlight in your life in some way and actually being recognized as someone who is an important linchpin in a group of people or a family, or it just feels very much like you are important and your path is important, your ideas are important, and I feel whatever it is you're drawn to at this time, this is being shown to you, or you're being nudged in that direction for a reason, because on the other side is accomplishment. You achieve the life that you aspire to, or the result that you've been aspiring to as well. Now also we've got the Page of Pentacles. It's in the resistance position, so it's like you got it in the reverse, but it will go into the upright there. Some of you may be a little bit anxious about finances, okay? So what I see here is with the Seven of Swords and the Page of Swords, some of you have a lot of ideas about being independent, or going independent, or if you are an entrepreneur and you're an independent worker already, I feel like you're attracting more money, you're attracting more opportunities, but don't dismiss any sort of ideas that come from left field, because you're given unique ideas for a reason. And even if you feel that you don't know how you're going to get to where you want to go, by putting one foot in front of the other, you're actually going to attract the right people and situations into your life that will help you on that path. And that's going to be so relevant for you over the next coming weeks and months. It's just going to happen for you. It feels like a portal of change where if you were walking through the doors of life, okay, and they were shut there, as soon as you take a step, the doors are going to start opening for you automatically. Whereas before, I feel like the doors were closed, or there was like a pause and you felt like no doors were opening for you. You were just kind of like at a standstill in some way. Now, this could be in terms of your personal development. You may feel like you've hit a level or a plateau in your life in some way, and you just want to take things to the next level, learn more about yourself, go deeper. But I feel this is across the board in your life, in relationships, in friendships, in working environments, in experiences. I just feel like you're taking your life to the next level. But also, looking at your cards, because you have 2 pages there and you have an Eight of Pentacles, you're very much the student of life, learning about who you are, what you want, what you will not accept, what is the next step. I just feel like there's a lot of knowledge around you right now, and you're curious about where these experiences and these new doors are going to lead you. And I feel, there's a lot of good things happening here for you as well. Page of Pentacles, as I said, it will go into the upright. So money news is coming in. So there may be a small increase in finances. You're going to be able to save a little bit more. If you've been struggling financially, I feel like you're going to hit a budget target and you're going to be able to save. But also I feel, especially if you're in a career, it could be that you're actually going to get a small bonus or a win, a raise, an award or something. Or if you have like acquisitions, it could be there's an increase there too. But with the Page of Pentacles, in terms of your personal development, this is about you putting a lot of effort into life. It's hard, okay? And I see this energy where it's like you don't mind putting all that effort in, but you want to see the results. And if you are putting so much effort in right now and you're like, well, it just seems to be the same old thing, just a different day. Where's the results? Where's the, pot of gold at the end of the rainbow that everyone talks about, but you've actually been working really hard to accomplish? This is not something that, you've imagined. You're actually showing up and putting so much effort into your own life. You're like, well, is it worth it? What's next? So I feel a lot of you doing a lot of questioning about your path, whether you're happy, truly happy in your circumstances. Are you following your heart? Is there another way to get to where you want to go? This sentence has always come through for a Capricorn, which is, can I work smarter, not harder? Okay, and I feel a lot of you are trying to do that, and you're coming out with the Page of Swords. You're going to be working smarter, not harder, to accomplish whatever it is that you are trying to achieve at this time. Now, I do see physical, tangible results for you. Okay, so there is some sort of win that you are going to have coming towards you, but it could be a personal win. So if you're trying to reach a personal milestone, for example, I definitely see you accomplishing it and being really proud of yourself. But if it's something outside of yourself, like a promotion, a raise, a new job, or a relationship, whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish, thank you so much. I'm truly grateful. My guides, they do have a sense of humor. And one just came in and said, will you win that bid on... I'm not really going to advertise like a platform where you bid for items. But if you are currently watching an item that you're trying to win or bid on, on a particular platform that sells, it sort of upsells pre-loved goods sort of thing. I feel like, you got to be vigilant. You got to keep your eye on it. But I definitely see that... Thank you so much. I'm so grateful. Interesting. Okay, so what I'm seeing is that I feel like, and this is awful that this has come through, but anyway, it's obviously come through for someone, so I have to mention it. If you're looking at something to purchase, I feel if you don't get the purchase, it's because the person has a friend bidding against in order to up the amount. And I feel like... know your limit is what I'm seeing there, because I feel like this person will keep bidding against you. But what you'll see is it seems like someone wins it, but I actually see that it'll be put back on. And I feel like you next time may actually get it at lower price. So random, I know, but I feel if you don't win it, because actually what I see here with the Page of Swords is you winning it, but there's the Seven of Swords here as well, which tells me that, like, for example, if you've been watching it like a hawk and like you're bidding and bidding and bidding and someone is like constantly beating your bid, it tells me in this energy that I'm getting right now that someone actually has a friend bidding, or maybe they're doing it themselves from a different account, and they're just upping the money, and you're like, no, that's my limit, not going there. Make sure you have that limit and don't go there, because you're never going to win against this person because they're just ridiculously upping the price. But it will be relisted, is what I'm seeing, and then you will get it. And you'll actually get it for a lower price, because I feel it doesn't happen the second time around. So random, I know, but I'm just going to move away from that because that's such a random thing that came through. But anyway, there we are. Let's move away from that. Now we have the Queen of Wands. You're someone who is born to shine. Okay, and you don't tend to be egotistical or stand there and say, look at me, but now it's time for you to peacock yourself in life, okay? To know your worth, have confidence in yourself. And I feel like, you've been doing a lot of learning about that, because people, when they meet you, they try to see how far they can go, how they can overstep a mark, what the boundaries are. And I feel maybe in the past, sometimes people have overstepped a boundary or a mark and really disappointed you. And I feel that can't happen anymore. So I really feel like you're establishing those healthy boundaries. But also with the Queen of Wands, this is about you following your passion, following your heart, reigniting a part of yourself that you feel like you've lost touch with. And I feel like you're in a very important moment in your life right now where you are knowing thyself in a healthier way. And I feel this is a soul connection. I feel on a deeper level, you're connecting to your higher self, but also you're connecting to people who have a very similar vibe or soul connection. And I also feel like you are encouraged to express yourself, whether this is like through art, writing, music, whatever it is, poetry, or whether it's you embracing a sport, or, because I feel a lot of you're looking at something that it's almost like excess energy or pent up emotion. I feel this is a very cathartic time for you. So some of you may find your way to get rid of that excess energy through sport, through the gym, through art, or through creative expression is what I see there. But also this is about you standing in your power and magnetizing, opportunities towards you. You actually are a tower of power. You are someone who has a lot of strength, and I just keep coming back to the sense of magnetism. And sometimes, you don't give yourself credit for how powerful you are. When you walk into a room, your energy changes the room. And you don't mean to do it. It's just you have natural gravitas, okay? And I feel now is your time to own it. And I feel like you're attracting opportunity, love, money. You're in the state of attraction, because this is the card of attraction. It doesn't have to always be a person. It's about magnetizing things that you have decided you want in your life. And I feel you have a lot of dignity, and you have a lot of power. I also feel this is about not just following your passion, but almost romancing your life a little bit more as well. Embracing the whimsy, finding a little bit of fun, because this card is pretty serious. And I feel like you have a lot of responsibility on your shoulders. And I feel with the Two of Wands, sometimes responsibility, it can slow us down. And of course, we still have to pay the bills, we have responsibility, but we must find a pocket for ourselves to embrace the whimsy, or embrace romancing our life, or just doing a little something for ourselves. And I feel that's definitely something that you're embracing at this time. Now, the Seven of Swords is a really interesting card, okay? This card is about being really honest with yourself. It's about having the courage to reject conformity. It's about listening to your yearn for independence. It's about you doing things for yourself, living life on your own terms, literally marching to the beat of your own drum, okay? But also, the Seven of Swords can be a card of betrayal. So it can indicate that some of you have been betrayed in the past or let down in the past by people, and you've learnt that you can only rely on yourself, or that you are a best friend to yourself. And that's a very hard thing that we all learn at some stage, but we also come full circle and realize that actually we start to then attract our soul tribe, people we really can rely on, people who really do show up. So if you're searching for your soul tribe, you are going to find them. But also I feel this is also about looking at friendships and recognizing who's got your back, because I do see there's definitely a couple of people who have your back. There's one in particular who would be your ride or die for sure. But I actually see that, there's a lot of people who are very protective over you, but they see your independence and your strength, and they don't want to overstep a mark, because they look at you and they say, Capricorn's got this. They don't need the help, or they don't need anything, and you don't. But sometimes it's nice to know that they show up for you, or that they were there, or even offered. It just, an expression of, I'm there for you, I got you, I see you. Whatever, it just feels like there's a connection then, that you're not just out here living life on your own, if that makes sense. Because I definitely see that, you have a lot of support around you. And if you're not feeling that right now, it feels like you're about to meet people where there's going to be a lot of support around you as well. Now, I want to pull a card on the Seven of Swords, because Seven of Swords is an interesting card. It can indicate, going too fast in life. Sometimes we miss things. Okay, so I feel actually, even though you like life to be a little bit faster, sometimes slow and steady, it kind of wins the race. But as I said, I've got this energy of this fast forward button happening here. And I feel life is about to pick up pace for you. But I would say, don't go too quickly or get caught up in this fast pace, because you may miss something that is instrumental to your path or your progress. Okay, so let me just pull a card on this. When you see this particular Seven of Swords, as you can see, this figure is in a journey, is in a boat, and is on a journey. And, they've got a shield and a sword. And it's like, why do you always have to fight for what you want? Why is it you always have to be that warrior of life, trying to battle away and accomplish whatever it is that you are trying to achieve. But sometimes we have to acknowledge that the pause is not really a battle. We don't have to break down the door. Sometimes it's a pause to give us a moment to reflect or rest or know that we are protected from something that perhaps was not meant for us. Sometimes we can want something so bad and only see that. We work towards it, but the universe knows what's on the other side of that and says, this is not for you right now. Maybe in the future, but not right now, because it's not the right time, or it's not the right lesson, or it's not the right experience. And I'm just going to give you this because it's coming through there. Okay, thanks so much. I'm so grateful. I'm being given like a story from somebody. I don't know who this is from. I'm just being given this right now from my guides. It's like a person on their way to work, okay, in rush hour, running late. There's a lot of traffic, and it's like, come on already. Let's move it forward. Let's move it forward. Why am I delayed? I'm never delayed on this path. I can't believe it. I took this route because there's never any traffic on it. I've got an important meeting. I really need to get there. I'm really cross. And then it's like, okay, if I come off the freeway at this exit, then, maybe I'll take a detour and get there quicker. And even when you get to the detour, or the route that's just off the main freeway, even that's blocked. You're like, come on, they can't all be blocked. What's going on? So you may be frustrated with the pause, with the blockades, but the universe knows that in about half an hour, where are you wanting to end up? There's going to be a massive accident, and the universe doesn't want you to be in that. So it blocks everything off and says, no, Capricorn must stay here. Capricorn cannot be there in half an hour because they know what's about to happen there. And, I've wrestled with this with my guides for such a long time. If only there wasn't those things. If only these things were not to happen. But I've been told that I'm not allowed to know anything more about those things. Things happen for a reason. And so it feels very much like sometimes we are paused on purpose because something that was not meant for you is about to happen, and you are protected from these things. So sometimes we have to look at pauses or times in our life where we go, I want to go faster. There is a reason why. So I'm just being given that, and I don't know who needs to hear that. And I'm sending so much love and hugs out there. Everything happens for a reason, and I just feel like you are protected during this time. So trust the pause, trust the process, because this Page of Swords is facing this Seven of Swords. So it's almost like something that had the potential to betray you, hurt you, or be, not good for you is being kept back at this time. You're being protected from it. So again, I'm being given that. You're going to be following your passions. You're going to be accomplishing everything you set out to do, but there is a divine order right now, and you must trust the pause. So that was a profound message that's coming through. I don't like to talk of those things, but I was nudged to do it. So I'm sending a huge hug out there to anyone who resonates or is dealing with something like that. I'm sending so much love. The moon, and only pick uprights. If you know my readings, I only take the uprights in the deck. You've got the moon card, and we've got the Nine of Cups there as well. So there is a period of uncertainty, but this is about, revealing the next steps on your path. The path is being made clear for you to move over that mountain. And we've got the Nine of Cups. Your wishes will be fulfilled, but there has to be a period of frustration so you can tap into, your inner self and become aware of the changes within you and what it is that you want, your dreams, your goals, your hopes, your fears. But also, I want you to be aware that this is, the inner battle between independence and comfortable life, connections, settling down, having the best of both worlds, trying to find the balance between the two, because the wolf is a pathfinder and also represents an independent spirit who goes off on their own, does their own thing. And of course, the dog is more about companionship, settling down, homely energy, building a home, having a sense of where you belong. So it's a feeling of having the best of both worlds. And that's, of course, in relationships, in experiences, in your working environment, in life in general. It's not just about you. It's about everything that you deal with or attach yourself to or experience. And it's about finding the balance of independence and comfortable stableness as well in those relationships or experiences or events. I mean, the moon card also indicates that there is something that's hidden from you now that you're not meant to be aware of, but when the moment is right, it will be revealed. Just like, you know, whatever it is that you have as a goal, it's like it feels like it's on the horizon and not reachable at this time, but it will be presented to you because you worked really hard for it. It will show up in divine timing. And also, the moon tends to indicate that, you know, a hidden opportunity is being created right now and being orchestrated for the right time to show up in your world. And you'll be pleasantly surprised because it's everything that you ask for. It's everything that you wish for. But I feel you've been going through a very challenging time of change, but also to know yourself a little bit deeper. You've been really sitting with your shadow self, okay? Inner awareness is something that you have been sitting with right now, but all the answers that you seek shall be revealed and will help you step into not just your truth, but also accomplishing whatever it is you've been wishing for. Now, also, we've got the Page of Swords, okay? The Page of Swords, it's really interesting because I've got this sense of you have a goal. You may not know how you're going to get there. It's really difficult, but you're going to get there. You're going to accomplish it. And I feel that you're protected in your journey. But the Page of Swords also indicates that you have an incredibly sharp mind. You know, this is about you being very precise in your decisions. It's really about you having almost like a genius mind. You have wonderful ideas. And this is about taking action on those ideas, not sitting on the ideas for such a long time. You know, when you feel it touches your heart and you're like, this is it, I'm excited about it. Feel the fear, do it anyway. You're the sort of person that you put plans in motion. You go out there and happen to life rather than let life happen to you. So I definitely see that any new ideas, you're going to move forward on them and they're going to be very exciting for you. But also I feel this is about investigating what you feel perhaps is the missing piece to reignite that lust for life. Because I really see you reconnecting to a part of yourself that you feel has changed or you feel like you've lost touch with because of circumstances around you, especially with the Two of Wands. For some of you, as soon as I touched that Two of Wands, I felt really like ungrounded, like I had a bit of a wobble there. I don't know if you noticed that. For some of you, because in the Two of Wands, the figure always has the world there. For some of you, you know, this could be that your world got turned upside down because of world events, or you're just trying to find your way in a brand new world in some way. And it's just, you've had to take that pause to really take stock of things before you can really understand, or it's not make peace with, it's more like to move forward from, okay, to get accountability, to get justice for the things that perhaps occurred for you in your circumstances, to get good karma. And I see good karma coming back to you because you are speaking your truth at this time. And I feel for some of you, this could be because of things that happened in the world, but also it could be, you know, something in your world got turned upside down and now you're just recalibrating and planning the next steps of how you want to proceed. But know that you are on solid ground and that you are secure and that there is stability for you in the future as well, and that you're magnetizing better things. Also, I see that you are a human supercomputer, like you are an instant lie detector, okay? So if anyone ever lied to you, I feel like you'd know it straight away, okay? And I feel like you tend to cut those people or those situations out of your life. That just came up briefly. So maybe someone has dealt with someone who has disappointed them, let them down, or been a little bit loose with the truth, and you're trying to repair that within yourself. Because I feel very much like you've disconnected from this person or this situation in order to walk your truth and try to resolve things within yourself. I feel like you're breaking free from something there. Allow the healing process. I feel this person will try to reach out to you to give an olive branch. But what I see here right now is it's almost like there's a barrier, like you can't deal with this right now, or you will not return to the past. You're not going to allow this person a second chance to do it again, if that makes sense, okay? Now, Page of Swords is about speaking your truth, about finding your voice as well. So I definitely see some of you are also contemplating the journey that you've taken, and really like you've got a book inside you. I feel like your life has been really like very interesting. You've had a lot of hardship, struggle. You've overcome a lot. You're someone who pushes on through and you don't let life pass you by or get you down. You know, you get back up again is what I'm being given here. So some of you may write about your experiences later on in life. There's definitely a book that I see that you will publish later on. Not every one of you want to do that. It may be something that you're contemplating or think from time to time, you know what, I could write a book about that. But you may just keep it private. So some of you will want to, some of you will not. But I definitely see if you decided to publish it, a lot of people would resonate with your shared experience. And I feel that also, if you do publish, make sure you're offered the money that you deserve or that you're asking for, because in this day and age right now, there is the potential for them to offer you a little bit less. They know that you're going to do well, but they may offer you a little bit of a less deal, but you can negotiate a better deal. So stand your ground on that, okay? And that's across the board, whether that's you going for a job. It doesn't have to be you writing a book. It could be you going for something. You know, I feel stand your ground. You negotiate better deals is what I see in the future. Now, the Page of Swords is also about like fresh new ideas, fresh new life, breathing this breath of fresh air into your life in some way to explore new ways of thinking, new ways of doing, new ways of experiencing your neighborhood, your friendships. So I feel this kind of newness coming here, and that did show up in another sign. I think it was Pisces, you know, that it showed up there in that reading there as well. So maybe you've got some placements in Pisces, or perhaps you know a Pisces and there's some sort of connection there. May not be. It may just be that there's this common theme running through the collective right now that it's like, I'm so sick and tired of the same old thing, the same narrative, and it just feels like you just want change in some way. But I feel like you are the change that you want to see in your life, and you're taking accountability, being really honest with yourself, and you're not allowing yourself to remain in the funk if you're feeling a little bit stuck in something right now. I feel like you're reflecting on your hopes, your dreams, what it is you want with your life, and how you want to take your life to the next level. And you're about to shape your future and make it happen. And you're going to be really proud of yourself. And I'm also getting this sense of, how can I put that? It just feels like breaking free from other people's expectations, or breaking free from the pause. There will be a time, as I said, where things are going to get a little bit faster. You're not going to be on pause all the time. But when life picks up pace, make sure that, you know, you don't go too fast that you miss something that you'll have to return to, is what I see there. I really feel a lot of your cards are trying to show me that you're in a period of pause and reflection so that you can reignite that lust for life. Discover that missing piece, because even though you are showing up for your life every single day and making a lot of effort, it just feels like there has to be more, and you're going to discover the more, okay? We've got the Empress and the Justice. So that's what came through, this justice, you know, good karma coming towards you. But the Empress is all about you nourishing yourself, knowing what you're capable of, maturing, looking at relationships that evolve as you mature, but also having your own needs met, attracting more prosperity, more wealth, and basically owning your life and establishing yourself as someone who knows what you want, and you're not going to take second best from life ever again, if you have done in the past. A lot of you have not in the past, but if you have, I feel this energy of like, you know what? As I mature, I feel like you are just standing in your power and attracting more. But remember, the Empress, what happens with the Empress is that she has sown seeds in her life and nurtured them. These seeds could be ideas, they could be relationships, they could be endeavors, they could be projects, they could be, work partnerships. Whatever it is, I feel that you are nurturing at this time. You're going to see the results. It's harvest time for you. It's flourishing time for you. And in your maturity, you're going to look back at all the hard work and say, you know what? I did this. I did this. I showed up for myself and I made it happen. And I feel like you're going to be really proud of yourself. It says here, the future will bring healing and respite for your emotional and physical wounds. Your investments will pay off if you carefully tend to them. And I definitely see that you're carefully tending to your investments and your needs. Now also we have justice. Okay, and justice there, this is an interesting card for justice because these are all storks. And storks, they spend long periods of time waiting and watching until they just suddenly grab the opportunity to feed, of course. So I feel this is about you. You've been waiting and watching, and now is the time to take flight, but also to strike on an opportunity or something that you've been hoping for. And it says here, when all is said and done, you will receive the outcome that you truly deserve. Your moral character will be justified, so maintain integrity and strive to balance yourself. Now, I thought that message earlier about integrity was really interesting because I was thinking, wow, this has come from left field. What's this all about? But this card actually solidifies, even in a second deck, that there is this energy here of you speaking your truth, finding people who lead their life by their morals and their integrity and do not compromise those things. And these people are your soul tribe. And I also feel that justice shall be done for an injustice that you may have experienced in the past. Now, either that means you're going to hear that that person received their karma, or this could be something legal that, gets turned in your favor. Whatever it is, there is good karma here and justice shall be done. And I feel like you're living your truth and following your passions. And I feel like you are going to find that missing piece. And I feel a lot of it starts with you being very curious. A period of exploration awaits you, and I feel it could go in either direction. It depends on which direction you want to go in, and then you'll take that first step, okay? So I'm just going to go and get a trinket or a rune before we close. So we have a lot going on here. So we have the padlock, of course, okay? So that's all about security, securing your heart, okay, what it is that you want, feeling secure in love for some of you. But this is about you being safe or protecting your heart, especially if you've been under a lot of stress recently. I feel like you're managing your stress levels, your anxiety levels. Also, we've got the mask. So this is you seeing through people. It's about you sort of removing the layers in your life as well to look a little bit deeper in your life. I mean, for some of you on a more sort of superficial level, this could be that you're going to be invited to like a spring ball or something like that. So now we've also got, well, I've just dropped the rune there. So I'll just go pick that up right now. One moment. I do apologize. Sorry about that, my beautiful Capricorn. The rune that fell on the floor was the God rune, and this is all about wisdom. It's also about, your knowledge and what you've been learning and how you can transfer it to your present day in order to secure your future. But also this is a rune that connects to you being the apprentice of life, the student of life, and, being really tested, and now you're coming through a test. It can also indicate there is inspiration, new ideas, new ways to inject a little bit more spontaneity or fun into your life, or meet new people who vibe with you. But also it fell on the floor, right? So this can also indicate, it's like, be vigilant with the Page of Swords. Keep your eyes peeled. If something doesn't feel right, trust your intuition, because you have the Seven of Swords there as well. And this rune, although it fell on the floor, it could mean that, we read both for you on that one. So it can also represent someone either interfering and you're just establishing a sense of independence, but also it could be that you feel tricked by somebody, or, someone betrayed your trust. Now, this could also be someone betrayed your confidence as well. It could be that someone told a secret about you, or something that you told them in confidence, but they will receive karma. So I feel justice shall be done there with this as well. Now, also, we have the rabbit, okay? Now, whenever we get the rabbit, this indicates multiplying wealth, okay? It always shows up on a Queen of Pentacles, so this is more money coming towards you. But also, if you think about the speed of, it could be a hare, okay, because I also heard rabbit or hare from my guides right now as well. So if it is the hare as well, this could be the tortoise and the hare, slow and steady wins the race. But, and I feel like you will win the race, but also I feel this energy of like, things are going to pick up pace, but just don't get caught up in the pace. It's almost like, make sure, because there is a potential for you to make a mistake or have to return to something. So just watch out for that. And also we have the fish, and it's got a pearl of wisdom. in its mouth there. This normally shows up on the Page of Cups, which is really about an invitation to follow your heart from the universe, being encouraged to, allow your imagination to run wild and free, to visualize the life that you aspire to. Of course, if you're someone who's come out of a relationship, and you may not want to hear this right now, but it can also connect to plenty more fish in the sea, that there is going to be new love coming in. But also, this is really about you following your heart, learning along on the journey, and being in the flow of life, okay? So, also, my guide just said, and if something feels fishy, trust your instincts. So that's coming through very, very strong as well. I mean, I don't see anything untoward. I'm just going to pull one more card on this. I don't see anything untoward at all coming towards you. But I feel it's just you learning as we go through life. Sometimes we second guess ourselves, or we give people who do not deserve a second or a third chance, and we learn that we should not have given them the opportunity to basically hurt us again. For example, notice red flags. If your intuition is telling you something, trust that intuition. We've got the Justice card. Yeah, justice shall be done. King of Swords. You may even hear from this karma, as in you may hear that someone got their karma, but it's like you, basically, if anyone does anything wrong to you, it's you hearing that they got their just desserts. But because the King of Swords is present in this spread here, it tells me that this is about you thinking about someone who did you wrong, and they will get their karma, and you're moving on from it. You're detaching from anyone who did you wrong. They have no bearing on your life anymore, and they're just going to watch you be really successful without them. Okay, so that's what I see there for you. So I'll leave that there. Very complex. Maybe it won't resonate with everyone, of course, but I have to honor the cards that come out and the energy that comes out as well. So if it does resonate in some shape or form, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message, lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is so important for me too. Thank you so much, my beautiful Capricorn, and love and light.